everyone. So we're here for the SAT question of the day for August 29th, 2011. 58% of students answered this one correctly. So it's a medium level math question. 10 cars containing a total of 32 people passed through a checkpoint. If none of these cars contained more than 4 people, what is the greatest possible number of these cars that could have contained exactly 2 people? Okay, so this is a good example of a type of question that if you try to solve this algebraically, it's not going to work out too well. I mean, certainly you can do it algebraically, but sometimes it's a lot easier to just work with the numbers that are given you, especially in this case where they say something like the greatest possible number. The first thing that I think of when I see a phrase like greatest possible number is that I'm just going to look at the answers and I'm going to start trying the answers. And I'm going to start with the greatest answer and then I'm going to work my way down. So basically working my way from E to A. And so I don't know. Let's find out what the greatest possible number of those cars that could have contained 2 people would be. So let's assume that 5 is the answer and try it out. Okay, so if 5 cars contain 2 people, then 2 times 5 is 10 people. So if we subtract those 10 people from the total of 32, then that gives us 22 people to be divided out among the remaining 5 cars. Now the problem with that is when I divide 22 by 5, I get 4-ish, right? Now in other words, by ish I mean more than 4, right? So that tells me that the remaining 5 cars are going to have an average of more than 4. And if the average is more than 4, then that means that at least one of the cars had to have had more than, at least one of the cars needed to have more than 4 people. Otherwise there's no way for the average to come out as more than 4. So 5 does not work. Okay, so the next one up is 4. Let's see if 4 cars could have held 2 people. Well, 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract the 8 from the total of 32, and we have 24 cars, which are now distributed among the 6 remaining people. Okay, well 24 divided by 6 is 4 exactly, right? Which means that in order to have an average of 4, it doesn't mean that we need to have any numbers greater than 4. They could all be equal to 4. So that actually does work, and the answer is D. And as you notice, we only needed to try 2 answer choices because we went ahead and started with the greatest answer. Now that's not to say that you might have to try more than 2 answer choices, but it's still always a good idea to start with the greatest answer.